Hey, Sunshine Chasers, welcome back.
We've been full-time RVing for almost 5 years.
We've RV'd from Alaska to the Florida Keys, boondocked in the desert, and camped in campgrounds all over the U.S. and Canada.
But we've never experienced NASCAR camping.
So in October 25, we went to Talladega Superspeedway for our very first NASCAR camping experience.
And if you're heading to Daytona next weekend or Atlanta later in the season, or planning any NASCAR trip this season and you've never done it before, stick around.
Because we're going to share everything we learned.
The costs, tips, and the reality of camping a NASCAR race.
Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up and start your engines.
Okay, street fans, welcome to the Talladega Speedway live today. Joel and Deb from
Chasing Our Sunshine.
And we have been watching a great race.
All I know is that right now, I don't know what to do with my hands.
All right, we are going to sit down and I hope you grabbed a pen and paper because we're going to share our real experience from camping at Talladega Speedway in October 2025.
Now, we are by no means expert on NASCAR or camping at it.
This is just what we learned from our experience and from our friends who are experts.
This is not just a race.
Yes, it is.
This is Talladega.
Oh, dear Jesus.
Just a race. And honestly, everything we knew about NASCAR came from 2 movies. Days of Thunder, Robin's Racing.
And Talladega Nights.
You ain't first, you're last.
If you're not winning, you're losing. We were not diehard NASCAR fans, but we had friends who are.
John and Debi from Wheels Up RVing and Peyton and Andrea from To Be Determined invited us to join them.
Yeah, John and Debi have been to over 20 races and camped at Talladega 10 times. Peyton and Andrea have camped at NASCAR races 15 times, and Peyton himself has been to over 130 Cup races.
So they knew exactly what we're getting into, even if we didn't.
We were excited to try something completely different, and whether you're heading to Daytona next weekend or planning for later this season, here's what we learned as first-timers with some very experienced guides.
Our camping spots were drive camping, no hookups, and when you book, it's automatically Monday to Monday for race week. We rolled in Tuesday and Peyton and Andrea were already waiting for us, and a few hours later, John and Debi arrived and had completed our circle. We were in a private area on a dead end right next to the bathhouse, which was super clean the whole week. When you're dry camping and having clean bathrooms close is huge. Tuesday was quiet and just a few early arrivals, but by Thursday, RVs started pouring in and suddenly there were thousands of them. A sea of RVs as far as you could see. The energy was building, and having experienced friends who knew exactly where to go and what to expect made all the difference. And the camping circle with friends, that made the whole experience so much better.
Talladega, baby!
Dega!
Is it Talladega or is it only Dega? This is Dega. Dega, baby.
All right, Dega, baby.
Dega, baby.
Dega. I have no clue.
Go Kyle Larson!
Dega, baby!
Right.
Now, I do all our booking for campgrounds, and I can tell you, I did not book for Talladega.
Nope, we had a guy.
John from Wheels Up RVing, and he handled everything for us. The camping spots, the tickets to the events, all of it.
And he booked in February 2025 for the October race.
8 months in advance. But here's the thing, we would have not had any clue we needed to book that far ahead. And by the time we would have figured it out, we would have been out of luck.
And John also knew to book us in Winners Walk 1, which was actually very perfect for us.
Here's a thing that you're going to need to understand as a first-timer. We camped on the outside of the track, not on the infield, and it made a huge difference.
The infield is party central. That's where everything partying is going on.
And we were on the outside in a private area on a dead end and didn't have any issues with partying or loud noise the whole entire time.
There are a set of quiet hours, and people in our area respected them.
We were in bed by most nights by 10 p.m.
Yeah, we thought we'd be partying all night, but honestly, after a full day of walking around, enjoying the races and hanging out with friends, you're going to be tired.
Yeah. So when you're booking, think about what kind of experience you want. If you want the party atmosphere, then definitely book the infield. But if you want something more laid back and family friendly, where you can actually get some sleep, the outside camping is the way to go.
Yeah, our spot was perfect for us. Quieter, still had a great community, and Maya was comfortable.
Oh, Who's right here? Hi, are you all old, so comfortable in the air? It is official. We are going to our first NASCAR event. It is apparently the Redneck Tent Show.
Better known as the Redneck Vendor area.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
And we have our own personal guides. We're following Wheels Up RVing, and we got Peyton and Andrea from To Be Determined riding along with us.
They're all veterans. We're the newbies.
Yep.
Yep.
We're smart. We've never been to a NASCAR event, so we went with the professionals. And if you get to hang out with To Be Determined, make sure you hook up with them at a NASCAR event so you can hear Peyton talks.
I'll make a nice shirt.
Redneck swamp meat.
Don't wear a nice
Bus
shirt.
for us.
Yep. Didn't find anything that we couldn't live without or that we needed, but it's certainly somewhere to visit. They do have food, cigars, drinks, beer. They have it all.
Name it. Cane koozies, hats, shirts, sweatshirts, and it is warm out. It's about six. It's about 86 degrees.
86 degrees today.
It's a warm one.
Maya's a smart one. She's back in the air conditioning.
Nope. We actually asked our expert NASCAR friends, what should we tell first timers to know about booking? And here's what they told us.
First thing, call a ticket agent. Don't just book online. Call the track as early as you know you want to go and ask if you qualify for some discounts, like military, first responders, and as retired law enforcement. That obviously matters to us.
Yeah, there's teacher and student discounts that you can only get by calling.
Yeah, and if you're buying through apps, check all of them because you want to make sure you get all the better deals.
And make sure you also watch out for scammers. And here's something else we didn't know about was VETTIX.
VETTIX has tickets for a lot of NASCAR races, but you have to watch their sites 1 to 3 months in advance. For example, Bristol Motor Speedway has tickets in there right now for their spring races.
So if you're a military veteran or first responder, check out VETTIX because you have to be one of them to qualify, and you can get sometimes free or heavily discounted tickets.
This is definitely a resource we'll be checking out for future races. If you're a first timer without experienced friends, here's the bottom line.
Pick up that phone, talk to a real person, tell them you're a first timer, and ask all the questions.
And like we said, if you're military, a veteran, or a first responder, check out VETTIX first. And if you're thinking about going to Daytona next weekend, those spots are already booked months in advance.
But if you were planning for a race later in the season or next year, make sure you start looking now and get it booked.
Yes, for sure.
We're on the tram to head to the garage experience.
So leaving from their campground, you do need to have your grandstand ticket scanned here to get on the tram, and then when you get over there, they'll scan the garage experience ticket. So just have that ready.
We're learning as we're going. We're standing along a fence where the cars come into the track, and they're out here right now. It's Saturday for qualifying.
Drivers come by and they're signing a bunch of autographs. Of course, we don't know who most of them are, but kids are having fun. Our friend got a doll signed by her favorite driver to the number 48, so that worked out well. So this is part of the garage experiences. You can get really close. Obviously, there's a fence here, but they'll stop and talk to you, take pictures and whatnot. It's pretty cool.
I've been actually really impressed on how friendly all of the drivers are. They're incredibly professional, and I love how they are interacting with the kids.
Yeah, it's
like
cool.
crazy. So, oh, Bubba Wallace.
As we're standing here bidding, Bubba Wallace went by. It's pretty cool.
We know one.
We know one.
A couple of them. So there were 3 different races during our week at Talladega. Friday night was the truck race, Saturday the Infinity race, and Sunday was the big one, the Cup race. Each has its own vibe. The truck race was fun, a little more relaxed, and a great way to ease into NASCAR. The Infinity race ramped up the energy, but the Cup race on Sunday, that's what everyone comes for. It is definitely busier than the last 2 races we were at, but the energy is amazing. And when you're here, you think, oh, it's only Section G we got to get to, or Section J. Guess what? The racetrack is over 2 miles long, So you might have to walk a distance to get there.
It's about a mile on the one side, and there's A, B, C, D, E, F, so-and-so in each tower, so you gotta make sure you get your right tower or your right grandstand.
All right, let's get to those seats and get this race started. And let me tell you, the cup race is long. We're talking hours. Like, we thought it would never get done. 188 laps to go. But by the end, we were hot, tired, and our backsides were done sitting on aluminum grandstands. But our friends warned us, so we came prepared with snacks and water and beverages. The noise level is definitely a thing, and you feel the cars as they come passing by. It's absolutely amazing. And if you don't like loud noise, we'd recommend getting headsets. And we rented ours from Race Electronics, and it is helpful, especially us newbies here, where we're listening to different drivers and the radio station and learning a lot about NASCAR.
It's pretty fun. Now, one thing we were nervous about was the cost. We track every expense, and here's what we actually spent at Talladega.
Now, our friends handled the booking for us, but our total package that he booked was $559 per couple, and that included the camping for the week, which was Monday to Monday, camping on the outside of the track, dry camping, plus tickets to both the Infinity and Cup races and the garage experience.
Now, we had additional costs on top of that base package. We went to the truck race, which was $110. We had bought a generator exhaust venting system, which you need at most races. That was $92. And we rented that scanner and headset, and that was $106.79 for the race.
Before we got to the Talladega areas, because there's not a lot there, we did go grocery shopping. And part of pre-planning for NASCAR is running to Walmart and loading up. And we also needed to do groceries anyways, so it was perfect timing. Spent $407. And we ate out one night while we were there at a restaurant and had amazing oysters, and it was $53.55 for that. We're in the middle of nowhere, Alabama, and they have oysters, so we're gonna risk it, and we're ordering the oysters, and they're $16. Way cheaper compared to what we paid in Alaska. If you want to see that video, I'll link it up above. And $48 for a dozen oysters was ouch. Now this was a great find.
Absolutely. It is the Courtyard Oyster Bar and Grill in Lincoln, right outside of Talladega, right on the main road. And it was fantastic.
It was. Great oysters, great prices,
Yeah.
and a good time.
We did spend some food and beer costs at the track for $41.88, and we did top off our diesel before we went to the race for $41.77. So we spent a total of $1,411.99 for us.
Yeah, that works out about to be $202 per day for us, or $101 per person. And that included the camping, the races, the garage experience, all our meals, equipment, fuel, and everything.
Now, the $407 in groceries was just our regular grocery shopping. We're full-time RVers, so we need groceries anyway, but we did that rotating dinner with the friends at the campsite.
Yes, us ladies pre-planned this, and each couple made a meal for the night, and everybody else brought a side. And we rotated and did this 3 nights, and that saved us money as we weren't eating out, and we were eating amazing food all week. And if you're planning your first NASCAR camping trip, we would recommend budgeting between $1,400 to $1,500 per couple.
And here's our honest take. Was it worth it? Absolutely. For a week-long experience with friends, 3 races, the garage access, and the memories that'll last forever, the value is definitely there, and we'll be doing it again.
Not everyone has experienced NASCAR friends to guide them. So here are pit stop tips for first-timers.
All right, tip number 1, start your engines early. Get to the track 3 to 4 hours before the green flag, because getting in there is like being in the Daytona 500 yourself. Everybody's going at once. And if you're not camping in the campgrounds, double that patience.
Tip 2, fuel up on planning. Book 8 to 10 months in advance, call the track, just don't book online, and ask about military and first responder teacher and student discounts, and check VETTIX if you're military or first responder for free or heavily discounted tickets.
Tip number 3 is to protect your ears. With the engines going by at 140 decibels, if you're not protecting your ears, you're going to hear ringing, not the engines. Protecting your ears is not a suggestion, it's a requirement. Bring high quality earplugs and noise canceling headphones, and make sure that your children have the appropriately sized protection on it also.
Tip 4, dress for the track, not for the couch. Broke in closed-toe shoes, you're going to be walking for miles. Dress in layers. Mornings can be cool, afternoons can be hot. Make sure you have a hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, and reapply that sunscreen. And we learned that the hard way.
All right, tip number 5, pack your own pit crew supplies. Get yourself a soft-sided cooler that you can bring into the track. Now make sure you're checking the track rules because they do have size limitations. Usually it's 14 by 14 by 14, but we did see some bigger ones. So you're going to want to pack your own snacks, your own drinks, but you can't bring in any glass. It's a way to save serious money.
Tip 6, bring your own binoculars, otherwise you're not going to be able to see half of the track. Racetracks at Lake Talladega are huge and you're not going to see the other side without them. Trust us on this one, they're great for watching the race and people watching.
Tip number 7, if you don't have your own headsets and scanner, make sure you rent one. It was about $107 for us for the weekend. You get to hear the drivers talking to their crew chiefs, all the strategies and all the drama that's going on. We got our headsets with an intercom system so we could talk to each other during the race because it's so loud out there you can't just turn to your neighbor and chit chat all the time. Definitely a game changer.
Tip 8, pick your driver. Don't watch the whole pack. We picked Ryan Blaney because of the Menards connection to Joel's hometown. It makes the race so much easier to follow. Pick someone based on a sponsor you like, a connection, or just a random number. Then you have someone to root for instead of just watching the whole chaos.
All right, tip number 9, high in the stands equals the best view. It sounds backwards, I know, but those seats, the cars go by just like a blur. In the high seats, you get to see the whole track, the strategies and everything. And you'll get to see the Jumbotrons. You'll need them to see the replays and to follow the cars on the far side of the track.
Tip 10, don't rush to exit. Let the field clear out. We sat in our seats for a little bit because actually getting out is worse than getting in. Grab some food, hang out in the fan zone, and if you drove, let the parking lots clear out. And a bonus tip for you is you might want to pack a cushion to sit on because they're aluminum seats and your backside might just thank you for that. All right, Robin's racing and we're out.
Talladega is over with. Thank God it's a long week because we came in on Tuesday. We could have came in on Monday, but we didn't. We came in on Tuesday. Not really much goes on until Friday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are all the races, and it's a lot to do. A lot of walking from where we were. Now, if you have electric bikes, I guess you can use them, even though technically in the rules it says you can't, but everybody was, so I would suggest that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We learned a lot about racing and had a great time with our friends, John and Debi, and Peyton and Andrea.
Oh, amazing time with them. We had really nice sights. However, there was a sewage thing right here.
Some type of retention pond.
And that would smell, but the bathhouses were literally right there. That was super nice. And this area was super quiet. With noise level at night, we never had a problem over here. Other areas though, you can tell in the infield, definitely get rowdy.
Yep.
And it's just luck of the draw whether or not you have quiet neighbors or not. And we're hitting the road and we're heading to a harvest host for the night.
It's not just a race, it's Talladega.
If you are planning to go to any NASCAR race this season in camping, we really hope this video helps make your choice and planning easier.
And if you've ever camped in a NASCAR race before, please drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your experiences.
And speaking of NASCAR camping, Peyton and Andrea from To Be Determined are hosting their Not Meetup at the Charlotte race.
So if you're going to be there and you want to meet up with other RVers and NASCAR fans, check out their channel for details.
We'll link John and Debi's Instagram page, Wheels Up RVing, and Peyton and Andrea's YouTube channel, To Be Determined, in the description below.
Quite frankly, they are the experts, and we're just grateful first-timers that they brought along.
Remember, life is about moments and not things, and you can create your own sunshine anywhere.
So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and push the bell so you get notified when our next video comes out.
And don't forget to wear blue on Tuesdays to show your support for law enforcement, and 100% of proceeds from our channel are donated to local law enforcement causes.
Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you out here chasing your own sunshine.
We'll see you on the next video, guys. Bye.
Bye.